I'm just like, is he happy? Because I want him to be happy because he's perfect.
Perfect? Must be talking about me, because nobody's perfect. And I am the ultimate nobody, thus the ultimate perfect. And to answer your question, no, I am not happy. Happiness is a lie told to us by Big Happy in order to sell smiley-faced balloons. They must be stopped! Wait, is this, like, BuzzFeed? Oh, God, that brings back memories. Terrible, terrible memories. But anyway, Chantel meets a pet psychic. Pet psychics? What's that got to do with me and my well-documented perfectness?
So I have a son. His name is James. He is 1.5 years old.
He's a cat. Wait, what? Mate, that's not your son. Either you are very, very misguided on how biology works, or someone swapped out your child with a house pet and you didn't notice. I bloody hate it when that happens. Spent 3 weeks looking after a pair of guinea pigs before I realised someone had stolen my daughters. Had to go all taken and kill a bunch of people. Until I realised they were just staying at their nana's house for a few days and no one had told me. I killed a lot of innocent people. They'll laugh about it in a few years. Well, their families will. Would have. I killed them too.
A sweet boy. Well, so I think he's a sweet boy.
It's just that, he savagely attacks random neighbourhood children and brings back various severed limbs. He has a habit of robbing convenience stores. And I'm pretty sure those white crystals I found in his bed weren't kitty litter. I mean, it was all wrapped up in plastic and divided into kilogram pouches. It's just very unhealthy to have that much sugar. Although he does share it with his crackhead friends, so it's not too bad.
The character that I've built up for James in my head is very much a teenage boy.
But he's a cat. I mean, I know we all want our pets to be these deep and interesting people. I got a cat myself, and while I love her, and she has a personality all of her own. If she's a person, well, she's a gigantic butthole. But that's because, right, she's actually just a cat. She's not going to behave like the people's. So she does baffling things like sprint around the house at hypersonic speed at 3 a.m. and sit inside, literally, every box that ever comes near the house. If you have a person who does that, you wouldn't think they have a fun personality. You would think they were nuts.
He would be the kind of teenager that slams his door on you at least 3 times a week.
Oh yeah, God, I hate it when my kids hide on top of the fridge in a tiny little gap. Can't count the number of times they've done that. Also, have you considered that maybe your cat just doesn't like you?
And then you'd be like, James, no. And then you would come down and be like a little teary-eyed and hug you and be like, Mom, I'm so sorry, I won't do it again. Then you completely forgive him. And then he does it 2 days later and it's a whole cycle.
Yeah, you know what? You sound like a completely lacking in discipline kook. So maybe best that you only have a cat, instead of raising a proper real child that is real and you turn them into the world's biggest dipshit that is then inflicted on the rest of us. Good call. I support this decision.
So I've always been curious about pet psychics.
Haven't we all? It's like, I wonder, how could a human have a job and actually produce negative value into the world? Oh, that's right, they become a pet psychic. Because literally, you are giving them money to do absolutely nothing of value. It's not even like if you hired someone to stand there. At least you could use them as a hat rack. I don't think someone who calls themselves a pet psychic could even manage to do that without burning down the house.
Because with James, I don't know what he's thinking.
He's thinking one of 3 things. Food, sleep, or when you die, I'm totally going to eat your face for the lulz. Cats are evil. I think that's why I like them so much.
He takes after his mom, and that he has resting bitch face.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that he was born terminally stupid. But no, it's he has resting bitch face. Don't all cats have that? Well, it's more of a combination of contempt and utter smugness that can only be held by people who know that they are better than everyone else around them. And so, of course, cats do that too. Well, what do you expect? Humans literally dig up their crap and put them into little bags. If I came home to someone elbow deep in my bog who then pulled out a turd, stuck it in a little sack, and then left, presumably to store it somewhere, at least from the cat's perspective, then yeah, I'm going to give them the cat face too.
So, although I've never sought out a pet psychic, I've definitely thought about it.
Clearly, as thinking is so obviously your forte. Look, while I have, and will continue to, be very critical of the silly things that this lady has and will say, damn, she's got some lovely hair. So at least she has that. It's quite the academic achievement. I think you'll all agree.
And I'm very excited today because I just want to know what's going on. What's going on with my son?
You know, it's bloody tragic when late-stage dementia hits someone so young. Next she'll be asking for her grandson and wishing to go to the dance hall so she could be courted by that nice young man from the Smith family.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. I'm excited to meet you.
How are you? How are you? Isn't she supposed to be psychic? Oh right, I forgot it. Pet psychic. She can only hear your thoughts if you think in a series of woofs and meows. Note to self. Do not let Pet Psychic read your mind.
I'm excited to meet you too.
So would I if I were her. I would love meeting rubes who are happy to give me money to lie to them. Not like my audience. I lie to them all the time about the Earth being a globe or imply that I am not actually the world's handsomest sexer. And they hardly ever give me all their money and the deeds to their homes. It's disgraceful. What am I supposed to do with only 7 homes?
I have many questions about James, so I'm very happy to have you here.
Oh, well, I can't wait to meet him.
So this is James.
James does not have to stay if
Okay.
he doesn't want to.
Yeah, of course not. It's not like you're, I don't know, trying to see into his brain. It's not like that would require focus or anything. But damn, that is just an admission to me that, yep, this doesn't work and I'm not even going to try and make it look like it does. Hooey.
Question 1 is, how does James feel about outdoors and like going outside?
This is where she should just blatantly say, I don't know. What do you want me to tell you? Or how do you want him to feel about it? Because we all know that this is going to be 95% of Psychic Lady just telling her what she wants to hear, and 5% her saying that she should give the pretty lady an extra $50. Aw, he's so kind. Also, he says I definitely didn't kick him on the way in, or run over a homeless man as I was parking.
So you obviously got him as a kitten because you were telling me that.
Don't remind her what she told you. Do you even know how to pretend to be psychic, bruh? You have to pretend everything that they told you or wrote down on a form you asked them to fill in before you started, as if it's something you pulled out of the ether. And the rest of it, you just fill in with cold reading, aka guesswork.
Do you know much about how he was found? I want to see
actually
what you
don't.
don't. He lived outside for that first couple months of his life. And
Oh, come the on. You know she was super excited when Longhair McGee told her that she didn't know. She was like, right, awesome. Now I can make some shit up. Not like she's gonna check. What's she gonna do? Ask the cat? Animals can't talk. Wait, did I say that out loud?
I don't think it was fun. I think it was cold and scary and noisy, and he's obviously a very skittish cat.
So basically, you are making a wild guess on the cat's first few months based on it being a bit skittish. A trait of cats that is obviously very rare. But okay, it's certainly not impossible that that's the case. I think there's something like 70 million feral cats in the USA. But in all likelihood, this kitten came from either a breeder or someone who didn't do anything to prevent their cat from becoming pregnant. And I'm sure if this doofus had a girl cat, she would continue that cycle, and that's how you end up with 70 million goddamn feral cats. A delicious problem, but a problem nonetheless. I mean, how am I supposed to eat that many cats? I might be fat, but I'm not like, fat.
So I think he enjoys like looking outside, but I don't think he loves being outside.
Yes. No, this is his.
I don't know why, but I found that interaction really, really funny.
Outside.
Yes. No, this is his.
It's like, yep, that's how the humans do the talking. God, it's like watching bloody Oblivion characters all over again.
Maybe there's hope after all.
Fantastic.
But like, on purpose, and not because of Beth Sketty code. You would think if they were going to script this whole interaction, then the whole thing would be a little less mind-numbingly stupid.
Favorite thing,
Yeah.
like by a long shot.
Yeah, he loves it because he loves the
loves
activity
it.
and he likes the stimulation, but he likes it from a safe place.
One, you put it there. It's clearly the type of things that a cat would want to sit on, so it's sitting on it is not that surprising. 2, most cats like to sit in a high place and observe their surroundings anyway. And 3, you didn't even show us the cat looking out of the window. He sat facing in. So I'm starting to think that this lady might not be psychic at all, but instead the opposite of that. Full of shit. That's the opposite of psychic, right?
Yes.
He does not want to venture.
He never
like,
even
out.
tries to go out the door at all.
No, he likes his familiar. Does he sometimes like sleep on the chair under the dining room table?
Why are you asking her? You're a pet psychic. Ask the pet. I'm right, aren't I? You can't even hear cat thoughties, can you? Also, yeah, it makes you look really psychic when you ask about things that all cats do all the time. Like sitting out of the way under things. It's almost like while cats have very distinct personalities, they all have things that are very common behaviours among the lot of them. I mean, just type cat in box into Google and see literally half of the content of the internet in one fell swoop. And yes, I did spend 4 hours looking up cat pictures after finishing that last sentence.
Yeah, so there's been times I'm like walking
literally
around.
like under while it's pushed under.
Yeah,
and
he's
he said
like,
you don't like that. Like he feels like you don't like when he's on those chairs.
I told you, she's just telling her what she wants to hear. People don't like pets in their eating area. What a revelation. Next you'll be telling me she also hates it when the cat sings the song of her people to wake everyone up in the morning. And yes, I did spend a further 7 hours watching cats meowing just to get that clip. I have a problem, okay? But it's not an addiction. It's just necessary, like breathing and whiskey.
well, because I can't find him. So there have been times I'm like about to go to sleep, and then I'm like, James, where are you? And then I'm like, is he outside? What happened? I'll start freaking out.
But you said he doesn't go out, so you shouldn't be worrying about that. Looks like you have a case of the good old anxiety. Welcome to the club of thinking extremely stupid things are happening or going to happen and then worrying about them whilst knowing that they almost certainly aren't happening. It's fun, fun, fun.
And then my eye will catch that chair, and I'm
And he's just like-
he's underneath there. Yeah, he's just letting me wander
Yeah.
around.
That adorable piece of trash. How dare he let you worry about a thing that doesn't happen while you make noises that he doesn't care about, aka his name, because it doesn't sound like this. And yes, I do hope that that made your pet come looking for treats, only to see you watching a Sir Sick video without headphones. Shameless you are.
A sillier question that I have is,
A sillier question. Sillier than this whole video has been thus far? I highly doubt that you could manage such a tremendous feat. In fact, talking of feat, if you can ask something sillier than anything else so far, why I'll eat my boot.
has he ever seen a ghost?
Well, I stand corrected. That is indeed sillier than anything else in this video. I am a man of my word. I may not have thought this through.
Has he ever seen a ghost in here?
I like the fact that you felt the need to specify, but I also want to point out again that besides the obvious fact that ghosts don't reel, even if they did, you already said that he doesn't go outside. So it's kind of a moo point. You know, like a cow's opinion. It's moo. Friends clips might have shown up while I was watching the cat playlist.
I think maybe he has, because the way he's describing it to me is like when he sees a person.
Yeah.
He thinks, kill. But then again, he's a cat, so of course he thinks that all the time. All they're thinking, day in, day out, is of the death and pain and suffering that they can inflict upon the world. But ooh, laser pen! I will crush the humans neath my mighty... I am so hungry right now. Where am food, mummy? Yeah, cats are basically me. I would destroy you all in a heartbeat, laying waste to your lands with the force of the mightiest... Oh, look, bourbon!
Like he normally hides if he doesn't know them.
Right.
But like when he sees like a different kind of energy, which I would assume is a ghost.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, what else would it be? I have to wonder what the cat word for energy is. Also, I just realised that it took me this goddamn long to catch on to this, but how the hell do you even understand what the cat is saying? Like, it's one thing being able to read a cat's mind, but also understand them? That'd be like being able to read other people's minds, but only if they speak a language that you don't understand. Very useful, I'm sure.
Because it's like something he doesn't see regularly and recognize. It's almost like he tries to stare and figure out what it is before he leaves.
I swear to God, whoever did the audio for this is just like, yeah, this is total horse goblins. I mean, the trombone is just amazing, and I want it so that I can play it whenever I think the person that I'm talking to is full of crap. Basically, I need it for whenever I'm talking to anyone ever.
Is that what you've seen him do?
I've seen him do
Yeah.
Have either of you met more than one goddamn cat? Yeah, they stare at things all the time, and it's not ghosts. It's random movement like dusts or light reflecting or something generally innocuous that Mrs. Sick immediately thinks is spiders and runs out of the room. But yeah, no, I can't take this video anymore. It's so dumb, and the sound guy agrees. I'm out. Wait, before you go, I have something super important to tell you. It's life or death. It will change everything forever. Nope, wait, it's gone. Oh well, probably wasn't important. But while I have you, don't forget to comment, subscribe and notify. And if you want more of my smexy voice, check out Mrs. Six's channel Spoonstaff Stories, where I narrate and voice all the videos, and she does the work. And if you want to support the channel, check out the merch store for cool t-shirts, or check out Patreon, memberships and PayPal to support directly. Finally, follow me on the medias of social to get completely pointless guff and to keep up on the latest releases. Oh, I just remembered what I was going to tell you. Whatever you do, don't touch the